What's up YouTube? It's Derek with 412 Life. I'm glad you're here. This is going to be a very short video today. It's going to be about a new YouTuber, a new YouTube channel getting monetized. So we are recently monetized on our channel. It took us 45 days to make it from basically nothing to having 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours of watch time. I think we're about 55 days in right now, and we have I think 2,000 subscribers and around 6,000 watch hours. And I think that that's a big feat. It was a very serious undertaking. We got there in the 45 days, and we actually got out of monetization review in, I think, about 12 hours, 12 to 15 hours. I can't remember for sure. It was a big deal, and you can watch that video, how we did that. I'll link it down below. But it's funny because for us it seemed like the biggest battle was to get monetized, but we quickly figured out in the last 10 days that the biggest battle is actually whether or not your videos are going to be monetized or not after your channel becomes monetized. It's strange because I've tried to search this on YouTube, and basically nobody just wants to give you direct answers as a new YouTube creator. And so I'm just going to give you what I have found out, what I've researched, and after reading articles and probably 200 videos or more on this, this is what I found out. First of all, just because you have a yellow dollar sign does not mean that you're not going to be making money on this. Just within the last week, YouTube has changed what demonetization means on the channels. So it used to be either you're monetized or you weren't monetized. And they would demonetize you for all kinds of different things. Like if you had a word in your description or in your title, or even in the tags that it didn't like. For instance, we did the Death Nut Challenge, and it demonetized. Well, it actually limited monetized ours, but if this would have been 2 weeks ago, it would have demonetized our video. All because the word death was in the title and in the description. And it did give us a limited scope on advertisers to our channel, and I even put it in for manual review, and they still came back as it being limited. Now, what does limited mean? So it used to mean that basically you were just out of luck. If you got a yellow dollar sign, you were just pretty much out of luck on being monetized or making any kind of money on that video. But recently that's changed because YouTube has had such hits along the way over the last few years on people being demonetized over things that they used to be free to do, and so people have been jumping ship. And so it actually didn't make sense for YouTube not to be paying creators just because their videos might be a little maybe cutting edge or a little risky in some ways, because they were losing business because people were just they were stopping making videos. So now basically what it is, if you have a yellow dollar sign that comes up on your video, it just means that the kind of advertisers that are going to advertise on your video are going to be different. It doesn't mean that you're going to make any less money. It just means that you're not going to have a children's toy advertised on your channel that has to do with something that might be more adult oriented. Like a lot of our videos, we're a family friendly station. You know, we would never do anything that is you know, that's contrary to our faith level or just what our morality is. However, the kind of stuff that we do are like food challenges and all kinds of things like that. We do all kinds of things, but unboxing and tech reviews and stuff like that. But some of the things we do are these food challenges that might end up with somebody throwing up or in pain because of the heat level or the just whatever the nature of that challenge is. YouTube would deem that as not family friendly, and so a children's toy can't advertise on it, but maybe Deadpool, the new Deadpool movie, can advertise on it. So it doesn't mean that you're going to make less money. It just means the scope of who's going to advertise on your video is different. So, you know, and I don't know what that really means moving forward on if there's going to be a real difference in money when it comes to your green dollar signs and your yellow dollar signs. I think time will tell, and I don't know how much of that is fixed yet. I know this is brand new. I watched several videos that YouTube first announced this in November, and allegedly in just this last week, which is just happens to be when we became monetized, it has now shifted over to where even if you have the yellow dollar sign, people are going to advertise. It's just going to be a different kind of company that does it. Time will tell with other YouTubers that can compare it, and I will continue to do some videos on what it looks like for us. So the other day we made our first, so again, our channel became monetized after 45 days, which is about 10 days ago. It took me about 12 hours to 16 hours, something like that, to for our channel to come out of review. And then it took us 2 days to kind of get into the system. And I remember just a few nights ago, it showed our very first money being made, and it was like 54 cents, man. And I was like, heck yeah! I was excited. Now 54 cents isn't a lot of money, but it's a marker for those of us that have been trying to get monetized and say, hey, we're going to do this. Man, that's a marker. You're now a YouTube partner. You're now officially getting paid. A couple of days later, now we're up to $5 or $6. And as time goes on, those numbers will build. And you know what? The only thing I can say is that I appreciate the opportunity, and I will stay in contact with you, those of you that are growing, those of you that are trying, those of you that are first starting out. Because a lot of times when we were first starting out, I watched hundreds and hundreds of videos trying to get answers that I was looking for, and nobody wanted to really answer it in just a plain way. Everybody, they talked languages that I didn't understand yet. And so I'm going to always try to present this to the new YouTuber that doesn't know the lingo, that doesn't want to watch an hour-long breakdown and all these different graphs and all these different things about how it works. I'm just going to give you the basic information on how I see it and what my experience was. So I'm excited to tell you that it's my understanding that there is no more demonetization. There we go, demonetization. That don't worry about it. The only thing you really got to be worried about is being demonetized completely because you don't meet the guidelines. And so as long as you meet the guidelines of what YouTube is asking and stay on top of your copyright issues, I think it's all gravy from here. And I think that it's going to be a great season for YouTube moving forward, and I look forward to seeing you guys. And make sure if you haven't subscribed, take that 0.0001 seconds and just hit that red button right down here and subscribe. You won't regret it. We do some awesome things. And may God bless you. Peace out and shalom.